The NHL and NBA Game 6 bomb edition of the Bottom Line Bombs on the Sports Game Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Get up to $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code BOMBS. Now, with that, we will begin a show that starts with me doing buttons here on a Monday. Let's go. Let's do it. Bottom Line Bombs. Welcome to the Bottom Line Bombs. I am your host, the Laddie Daddy, Vet Detective Scumbag Vance, CJ Sullivan, the man in the box. Coming to you live here on Monday, June 16th, 1 p.m. Pacific, live from Eagle Rock, California. The great Eagle Rock, California. Sorry, a little out of it here. It's big, long Father's Day weekend. I did not have my soundboard with me. I forgot my iPad today, so we still got drops. You know, we're just using the main one, Sean and Ryan's. I knew I forgot something. You ever do that? You ever knew I forgot something? I had it all charged right by the thing. I left early because the internet at my place was out, so I needed to move and shake, get out in the town earlier than expected. Came over there. I actually went to a diner in Pasadena. Rain, R-E-Y-N, nice diner. Closes at 1, one of those places. So you know they got a good breakfast. They cleared my plate. I went outside to make a phone call, and it cleared up. They thought I left. They thought I ran out on the tab. She actually said it to me, which made me like the place even more. Anyway, so I was out early this morning, blah, 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 came to the office here early, and now I forgot the iPad. But it's all right. Like you said, Father's Day weekend, and I'm going to be out in this Eagle Rock area is for a long time. For a long time. A long day. Because then I'm staying here, and then from after the show, I'm doing this show, the Bottom Line Bombs, with you guys, helping me on live chat. And if you're listening later on, it doesn't matter what I'm saying. Maybe it does. After this show, I will be doing the main show with Sean and Ryan, as we break down NFL Defensive Player of the Year odds. I have a few bombs there, by the way, a couple 100-to-1 odds that I need to get down on. But after that, and then I am going to the Dodgers game tonight with Shohei Ohtani pitching on the mound, on the bump. Shohei. I did not know that was happening. We had tickets anyway. My man Vinny Tickets. Vinny Boom Box, Vinny Tickets. He always got the seats. Did you guys want to go to the Dodger game? First it was going to be Wednesday. I think I moved up to Monday. And luckily, not only was it Blake Snell bobblehead night, very exciting, but Shohei Ohtani's coming back to pitch. He'll probably only do 1 or 2 innings, but I don't care. I'm betting it anyway. Over 1.5 strikeouts with a home run, plus 550. Bomb that. By the way, if you're listening or watching on X, why don't you hop on over to the YouTube? That way you can join the chat. You can get in on it. It's a lot of fun, more fun that way. But more importantly, not just a Dodger game, those Vinny tickets have, but I paid top dollar. I mean, it was a free ticket, so I'm going to pay top dollar for parking. And you know what that means, C-generates. If you listened before, one of the greatest sports memories of my life is parking in Lot H at Dodger Stadium. Enter through Gate D. It's expensive parking, but it is well worth it. Dodger Stadium is a nightmare logistically. You can get there, but you can't get out of there. Lot H, you can get in and out. I mean, in and out, right to the 110. Police escort. You have to cross lines. I mean, they let you do whatever you want. It's the best. I still have the Lot H parking pass on my refrigerator on a magnet as one of my great memories. Much better than any ticket. I don't remember any games or tickets, but I remember that parking. I remember getting out of there. I mean, I couldn't believe it. The escort. I'm excited just thinking about it. I am so excited thinking about parking tonight. To understand. I hope it works out. You never know. Shohei pitching, Blake Snell bobblehead. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be nuts. Anyway, we got a big show today. The show picks with bits for tobacco use only. We have an NBA game 5 tonight. I know I put game 6 up there, but we'll break some of that down too. Hockey, Edmonton, Florida, game 6. That's tomorrow. $20 to $20 million. We'll update all that. We'll recap the U.S. Open and all those things that happened over the weekend. Talk some of those trades, and of course, a man in the box segment. So always a big show. Tell you what, also a big show. The college football team previews are back on the College Experience. Colby Dant and Moneyline Mac preview every FBS college football team, and you don't want to miss it. And yeah, you heard that right. Every single FBS team. He's a maniac. They're both maniacs, Colby especially. I do the UFL show with him. I also do the College Experience with him many times. I jumped in on some of those team previews last year. I did like 10 of them. He's doing 180 or whatever the hell the many college football teams are there. He's nuts. And they're full on previews. They're great though. It's actually a great way to educate yourself really and for the college football gambling season. You need it. You need all those picks, and it helped me out. Help me out on a Rice over 4.5 win play. I never would have done a Rice over 4.5 win play, but that's what that got me into. I can't wait to do our UFL reaction show tomorrow, by the way. All C-generates that are subscribers and fans of the UFL gambling show, UFL podcast. Probably our last episode because the championship game was Saturday night, and I bigged it. DC Defenders future plus 450. Bomb that one. Tamu should have been MVP. I was touting DC all year. I can't wait to rub it in Colby's face. And J Marks. That's what the UFL is all about. Rubbing it in people's faces. Anyway, what a U.S. Open yesterday. That did not go well for us gambling-wise. I gave out a lot of bombs. None of them came close. Everyone got wiped out. John Rahm at least made top 10. I didn't even have that. But JJ Spawn was awesome. He was 150 to 1 before the tournament. Yikes. That would have been nice, huh? What a putt. He made a 64-foot putt to win USO. It wasn't quite the USO. He could have 2-putted. Obviously, he needed a 2-putt, but he sunk it anyway, which made it amazing. It would have been amazing actually if he needed that to win. That would have been even more incredible. But then he probably would have made it. He did get a read from Victor Hovland. That was very fortunate for him. But at the same time, he deserves some fortune. JJ Spawn. He had some pretty bad luck yesterday. He had a ball that hit a rake. He had a ball that hit a flag and came back 50 yards off the green. Like, it was awful. Kind of a metaphor for life, like golf is. We say, well, boy, you just gotta, life's a circus. You just gotta keep moving on, hit your next shot. All right, whatever. But still, that's still not fair. Golf's not fair. Life's not fair. I know, but that's still unfair. I hit it right at the flag and it bounced back 50 yards. The course was hilariously bad. But anyway, the read, Victor Hovland's shot was 2 feet outside of his, the exact same putt. So you got to watch, where it goes and blah, blah, blah. People are saying Victor Hovland should have just like chipped it or just whacked it or just blasted through and show him no line. That would have been funny. But that course, my goodness. I mean, I enjoyed watching it yesterday. Some people didn't. Some people did. Twitter was up and down on it. There was no stars playing, but the course was the star. The course was destroying everyone. And then once you broke somebody, they were broken. They were all gone. I put money on Adam Scott on Sunday. Just get a little Sunday sweat. I'm like, I'll pick one of these guys. He's the one everyone was rooting for. I was rooting for him. But yeah, he melted down. He posted a 79. Fucking Burns threw a 78 up there. So I know Sean had Burns big. He got screwed in that relief. Did you see his balls in this huge puddle? I mean, it was raining delays yesterday, and his balls in water. He asked for relief. Official comes over. Yeah, no, it's not going to happen. So then what's he do? He asked for a second opinion. A second opinion? The hell are the rules out here? Imagine asking for a second opinion on in the game tonight. That was a charge, huh? Well, what's somebody else have to say about that? Someone who was not here as well. I don't believe that was a strike, umpire. Why don't you call it? Well, ask that guy in right field if he thinks it's a strike. So obviously the second guy said, yeah, no. What's he gonna say? Oh no, you got it, no problem. What that other guy say? You can't. What? He said no, of course. Pick it up, move it away, get it out of there. You don't want to get all wet, do you? Come on. It's a nice slacks. Terrell Hatton, he crashed out. He was hilarious. I mean, I love him anyway. Everyone loves him. He's great. Englishman, big beard. He's whacking at the mug. They were just like, fuck this place. Who said that? Shane Lowry's like, fuck this place. Oh, wait a minute. I think I might have the soundbite for that one. Yes.
And once again, we apologize for CJ's language.
But that's not me. I mean.
And we apologize again for the profanity.
Okay. All right. We got you. But they're upset. Wyndham Clark smashed up the locker room afterwards. Of course he did. His name is Wyndham Clark. Of course he's a golf prick. But Hatton, he was funny first. He's like, how do you do so good in U.S. Open? He's like, well, everyone loses their minds at the U.S. Open, screams and crashes out. I do that all the time. So now their minds are coming down to me. Pretty funny quote. It was great during the rain delay. So then there was like a rain delay in the middle of the U.S. Open, like an hour rain delay, whatever. In the networks, it went immediately to shoot some shows Tiger Woods 2008 U.S. Open, him versus whatchamacallit. I wanted to say Rory, but not Rory. Roy Sabatini, whatever. Hey, Feach, what's up, laddie day? Sepp Straka is dead to me until the John Deere Classic. Of course, I know. I mean, we bombed out. That was just the only ones we did hit. I hit the one matchup of Rahm over Rory, and even that was a sweat because Rory decides to throw a 67 out there on Sunday after he says he doesn't give a shit. Good for you, Rory. He's becoming very annoying. But we hit the props of highest round over, say, 87.5. That was good. 4.5 under, finish under par. That was easy. Only one guy finished under par, the champion, JJ. But yeah, that was brutal. But the Tiger Woods shit was amazing. When you're watching this Tiger Woods, like, good God, this was incredible. Why? People are like, why don't they interview someone else? You crazy? Why don't they just play the entire Tiger Woods U.S. Open? At least a split screen. It made you miss Prime Tiger. Like, good God, that was a lot of fun. Anyway, we hit those props. We missed those props, but it was a fun U.S. Open. I mean, I'm trying to think of all the guys I bumped. Yeah, Keegan Bradley, Harris English. You should have known. Keegan Bradley at least was a little bit in the running. Sepp Straka, awful. Harris English, too many people were on him. You knew he was going to bomb out. Cantlay did nothing. Fleetwood. I mean, those top three guys were all over 100-1. Spawn, Scott, and Burns. Imagine that coming into that last day, and then Robert McIntyre almost sneaks it in there. Anyway, welcome to the chat. Channing Brown, yeah, I know. He says, let's go, these dirty Oilers. We'll get to those dirty Oilers. And that whole hockey. And the $28 and the $20 million. Oh, man, I can't. Jeez Louise. I will blame you for those Oilers, Channing. Just kidding. Anyway, Circa, Ultimate Fantasy Football giveaway. We'll make it up for doing that. Go to the great Circa Resorts. I was just out there for their $400 summer special, but now, and I love it. I mean, it's the strip casino that actually downtown, if you know what I mean. But Circle Resort and Casino, they're giving away the ultimate fantasy football experience for a 12-person league to draft in Vegas and be treated like VIPs for their stay. You get a limo ride from the airport, $5,000 tab for the stadium swim, and a hotel stay for you and your 11 league mates. You can always get 15% off all Circa properties with promo code SGP15. Enter the ultimate fantasy football contest for free at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Circa. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/CIRCA. We're also brought to you by my bookie. Whatever I bet, he bets. My bookie AG. We're brought to you by my bookie AG. It's your place to bet on every sport, including the NBA Finals and Stanley Cup. My bookie accepts customers from a ton of locations, easy deposit, lightning fast payouts using crypto. A bet I like on my bookie, I already told you. I parlayed Shohei Ohtani over 1.5 strikeouts and to hit a home run. Plus 550 Babe Ruth style, and the man in the box will be in attendance behind third base. Look for me on TV. Head to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. That's mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. Okay, sorry for the old snifferoo. Whoops, nope, don't show that. That's my thing. There we are. Anyway, all right, we are back now. On the bottom line bombs, I am your host, CJ Sullivan, the man in the box. Let's talk the NBA game before we get to the hockey. It's all part of the $20 to $20 million. It's all part of it because we still need the Thunder to win. Although they pulled a huge win, game 4 on Thursday. What a roller coaster the $20 to $20 million has been for me this weekend. The Oilers had the most amazing comeback victory in game 4. I'm like, finally, we're in a position. Thunder win game 4 on the road, a tough win. I'm live on VSiN. I co-hosted with Sean on Friday because him and Kramer needed a separation break or something. I don't know what it was. Who knows what their marriage is all about. But it was great. You know, usually I'm on the air with these guys, but those games lose, but that one. So then I'm like, yeah, we're back in control. And then, boy, Edmonton did what they did. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. They played tonight, game 5. You would think the Thunder are in control to win this series. They are now minus 500 on the series price, which is insane to me. These prices are wild. The Pacers are still getting no respect. I think it's because they just have them. They have these power ratings, you know, and then they just don't get off it no matter what. Granted, OKC at home is dominant. They destroy teams at home. I mean, destroy them. All playoffs. 7 points is the fewest they've won by. And that was a game that's very similar to tonight. That's why I'm going to play the way I'm going to play. Pacers are getting 9.5. I think that's I know what the Thunder do at home, but that's too many points. This series is very eerily similar to the Denver series for OKC. A very difficult series where they dropped game 1. They gave it away. They gave away game 1. It literally got stolen. Just like this one. Halliburton shot and whatnot. Then they blew them out of the water game 2. Both times, Denver ending. And then they split 2 tough games on the road there, 3 and 4. Lost game 3, won game 4, both in an ugly fashion. Then it came home for game 5, and we were on Denver there plus the points because we're like, Denver knows, and I think Indiana knows, that if they want to win it, they have to win game 5. Game 7 is not going to happen. Or they're much better chances of winning game 5 than they do game 7. So you want to bring it home. So I think this is going to be a tough game. I think it's going to be back and forth again. And I'm going to take the 9.5. It's just too many points, especially with this Pacer team who aren't out of things. They're never out of things. They do these. They don't lose like gentlemen. That's for sure. They don't go quietly to good night. They're no Phoenix Suns who would like to quit. Come on, Pacers. Can you quit a little bit? I know it's the NBA Finals, but some of us have bets to hit. Anyway. We're going to be taking the plus 9.5 with the Pacers. A couple props I like. I've been playing them all series. They've been hitting all series. I've been telling you about the white on white crimes here. Not crimes, but the rivalry. Caruso and McConnell. Yes, Duke, Kane Duke. This would be better if I had my soundboard where I have all my exciting white stuff, but I just have their shit.
And once again, we apologize for CJ's language.
I don't even know what they have on there. They have like a Mike Tyson thing in here. And I do. We have some fun. Smash! Smash is good. That's a smash play. But anyway, I'm smashing Caruso over 10.5 points. And TJ McConnell over 3.5 assists. Problem with McConnell is you never know what he's going to do. You know, he's going to score, he's going to rebound, assists. He does a little bit of everything. But at the same time, I like him over 3.5 assists. I think that's the safest way. But Caruso over 10.5. Caruso's been amazing. How do you not play this guy? His headband. Because I tell you what, both fan bases, Oklahoma City and Indiana, they root a little more aggressively for their whites. You could tell. At least I could tell in the sports books. McConnell's insane standing ovations. They're the hustle guys. They're the grit. Caruso's more than that, though. Caruso's good. McConnell's good, too. I shouldn't sleep on either of them. So anyway, we'll smash Caruso over 10.5 points, TJ McConnell over 3.5 assists. And I'm replacing my Ben Shepherd prop, although I don't mind that either. There's one prop I always like to hit. I always want one guy to hit one shot, and then that's it. And it used to be Ben Shepherd over 2.5 points or one made three. And it usually works because Oklahoma City gives up a lot of corner threes. But I decided to have a little more fun. How about that Isaiah Joe for OKC? Isaiah Joe, because he comes in there, he is shooting the ball. He does not care. 2 for $1, like it's a carnival game. Over 2.5 points or one made three. Either way you want to do it. I am bombing that one. And I'll go with Siakam as well. Siakam over 19.5 points or 23 points and assists. He's a slippery sucker. He's a tough guard. And Carlisle said, it's like, yeah, it's ridiculous. We need to go through him every possession. So I want to listen to Rick Carlisle. I don't think he could be bluffing. Who knows? He could be saying that to make people think, but I don't know how you're going to do that game 5. You think you're really going to confuse things? What's out there is out there. So let's play Siakam over 19.5 points. Bomb that. He also defended Scott Foster, Carlisle. He's like, I don't know why they're talking about him. He's a great ref for 30 years. I know why he's doing that too. And the old slow, that's my buddy out there. That ref, don't you make fun of Scott Foster. We need him to not let SGA do whatever the hell he wants and shove off and get all these calls against him. But anyway, what am I doing talking about the actual NBA game tonight? That's not what the NBA media does. That's not what the news does. No, they talk about anything but the actual finals games. They talk about a Desmond Bane trade. They talk about where Kevin Durant wants to go. Hey, NBA, how about you hold off on this news for, I don't know, 3 days, just 3 days, whenever the hell this series is over, a week, 2 weeks, then you could talk all this. Are they dumb? All the leagues are dumb except for the NFL when it comes to that. My goodness. You eat yourself. And then they're like, oh, the ratings are down. No one wants to see these Midwest teams. The ratings are down. No, you won't talk about it. You don't talk about the game. This is good. I like when they yell at us. If you don't like this, you don't like good basketball. No one said we didn't like it. You're the one saying that. First of all, the basketball is not the problem. ESPN is the problem. We don't want to watch Stephen A. Smith and Kendrick Perkins for an hour screaming about a Desmond Bane trade or whatever, or yelling at each other, yelling at Pat McAfee. Like, what's going on out there? What's Stephen A. Smith yelling, threatening Tyrese Halliburton? How'd that work out? Players better than you came after me. How'd that work out? What are you talking about? Did you kill someone, Stephen A. Smith? Are you a mobster about NBA media talk? I don't even understand what he's trying to say. But whatever. Desmond Bane, if you don't know, he sounds like a Batman villain, right? Desmond Bane? That sounds like something scary. He got traded to Orlando for 4 draft picks and everyone went nuts. But like like I always say, in the NBA, it's not just player for player and draft picks. It's all about bookmaking. It's just like keeping the books. Like, listen, we got this guy, KCP, Caldwell Pope. He played for the Nuggets one year and he was really good. Apparently, he's not as good if he doesn't have Nikola Jokic with him, the best player in the world who makes everyone else good. So he didn't work out for us, Memphis. So how about you take this insane contract we gave him, take that off our hands, and we'll give you all the draft picks we have. How's that sound? And Memphis is like, sure. I mean, yeah, we'll take on some money. We're thinking of blowing this whole thing up anyway. We're bored. So yeah, we'll move that money around and then we'll ship that off to stuff and we'll send to our accountant. It's all about accountants. I love when they just expiring contract. They want you to get excited for expiring contracts. We got rid of an expiring contract. We took on money. Well, that's great. Must be great for you guys up there in the offices. What about what's on the court that we pay money to go see? What about that? Is that? Oh no, that's gonna be much worse. Yeah, no. That's gonna be terrible. Now we traded away a very good player for a very bad player. But you should see our margins. You should see the tax cuts we made and the things we have to sign off on. Woo! We're doing some really creative things. Look at this. Oh no, there aren't any comments. There we go. Look at that. I'm not gonna do this. Hey. Didn't have the cojones to. I can put the comments and look at that. That's if you're watching, I just put all the comments up on the overlay. It's a little confusing. Actually, I'm gonna take that down. All right. That's box angle. I gotta go wide. What do you guys think, the C-Generates? Do you like me in the box tight, or do you like to kind of see the studio, see the graphics, see all the things going on back here? Kind of looks weird when there's a ghost's chair where Sean's chair is, or the 2-man booth, and then it's just me. I don't know. I don't mind it. Let me switch over to the box. It's me and Spuds. And I can put a comment up there like Anthony Marte says, "What up, CJ? What's up?" I can put you in the overlay like that. Boom! Look at that. That's, like I said, it's too much. Too much. Anyway. Oh, I see. They scroll all the way down. All right, now we'll add the chat overlay. All right, where was I? Oh, then the Kevin Durant wish list. How exciting. Kevin Durant reveals where he would most likely want to go. And it's not Orlando. San Antonio. I have heard good things about San Antonio. Why, NBA, are you releasing this stuff like the day of the finals? Because it's such a gossipy league. It's so messy. Bunch of gossipy gossips, this NBA. They love their chit chat. I like the chit chat too, but I mean, come on. Anyway. So that's it for tonight. We'll take the Pacers plus 9.5. Caruso over 10.5 points. McConnell over 3.5 assists. Siakam over 19.5 points. And Isaiah Joe just to hit 1 3 ball. 1 3 ball, Isaiah Joe, is all we need out of you. And then we can light up the cigar and talk about where Kevin Durant wants to go. Phoenix said they will tell you what these trades don't do. They don't help the trade market. If Desmond Bane's getting 4 first-round picks and Rudy Gobert gets 5, Mikal Bridges gets 5 picks, Kevin Durant's like, well, I want 10 draft picks. NBA draft picks too are also, a lot of them are worthless unless they're in the top 3. Like, who cares? It's all a crapshoot. You're not getting anybody. Kevin Durant's so funny. He really is. I mean, he's a good player, but how many teams has he been on now? Maybe 4. 4 teams? Go back to Golden State. See, run that back. Or you should go to Orlando. Anyway, wherever you want to go, Kevin, just tell us where you want us to send you, buddy. What a league. I mean, I don't know who you're rooting for. Hey, Kevin, what do you want to do this year? I don't know. I was thinking I did the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, how about Texas? Where heard good things are happening in Austin. Let's get down there. We'll see. So game 5 tonight, we need that for the $20 to $20 million. Let's go, Thunder. But of course, you know exactly what we need more importantly. Underdog. We need Underdog. Underdog fantasy. Let me tell you about Underdog fantasy. Who doesn't want to hear me talk about Underdog fantasy? The best way to play fantasy football for cash. It's time for my bonus Underdog pick'em. Underdog's going along for the NBA Finals with their extender bonus. Don't forget, hop in game 1. The longer the series goes, the bigger the bonus gets. A pick'em entry that I like on Underdog. And this is what I'll put it in here. This pays 3. SGA over 6.5 assists and Benedict Mathurin over 8.5 points. That pays 3.33 because that's juicy because of SGA's assist. Why do I like that? Because SGA had 0 assists last game. And Mathurin blew the game, not blew the game, but he blew the cover with those missed free throws. He had a bad fourth quarter. He had a bad last minute of the game. So I like playing to bounce back on that for Underdog. So put that in there. Sign up for promo code BOMBS. Claim your special pick. First time deposit up to $1,000 in bonus credits. Underdog Fantasy. Promo code BOMBS. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm's gonna bet you. Rhythm's gonna bet you. Rhythm's gonna bet you. With props. You've heard us talk about Rhythm before. They just dropped a game-changing feature called Power Trends. These are AI-detected patterns where Rhythm model has consistently won and has a high ROI. Think strikeout prop that wins 59% of the time when the line and win probability hits a certain range. Power Trends are updated exclusively to Rhythm. No touts, no noise, just clean data-backed bets. Download the Rhythm app, check out Power Trends, start betting smarter. You know we will be. A power trend they like is Miles Turner over 1.5 made threes tonight. Okay. I don't like that, but I get it. He does shoot him. You just have to fade him if they're going to go in or not because he has a gross shot. But why not? Hey, who am I to argue with a robot? Get your 7-day free trial today. sportsgamingpodcast.com/rhythm. All right. That will finally do it. Oh, I gotta pause and go. We're back here. Why do I keep doing that? We are back here on the Bottom Line Bobs. I am your host, CJ Sullivan, the Laddie Daddy, the man in the box. Thank you for joining in the live chat room, everybody who are doing that. I appreciate it. Make sure you hit the thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. Get that likes going. Subscribe on X at CJ Sullivan _ Instagram. On CJ Sullivan was taken. Make sure you subscribe to the show itself, though. On Spotify, iTunes, whatever. Don't even listen to it. I don't care. Just subscribe. Make sure they get downloaded. Just kidding. All right, let's talk the real deal. The real $20 $20 million. The real problem we got going. The Edmonton Oilers. Channing Brown's dirty Oilers, who's now claiming he said, wait till the finals to fade. No, this was the revenge. This was supposed to be it. Connor McDavid, you're supposed to sniff this one out. That's what we said on Friday night. Me and Sean, Aaron Veason, like, Connor McDavid, that was our handicapping. Connor McDavid's got to smell the cup, right? He didn't take a whiff. As I said, it was such a ride. The game 4 was incredible. I posted a video celebrating it. I never did that shit, but I did it for my $20 to $20 million. I did a bonus episode that I recorded right afterwards. I labeled wrong. I was so out of my mind. Then we did a Veason show. OKC wins. And then game 5 Saturday night was just a dud. Now, I will give the Edmonton the benefit of the doubt on this. Hockey, not the brightest run league, NHL at least. Gary Bettman always booed. That's tradition. That game should not have been played on Saturday night. Game 4 was Thursday night in South Florida. Overtime. Long game. Long flight. Obviously, 3,000 miles. They get one day off Friday to travel, and then you're playing Saturday night. Why wasn't that on Sunday? There was no competition on Sunday. No NBA. Hell, you could have let the UFL championship game go by itself on Saturday. There was no what. Why did you want to do Saturday night? Sunday's better ratings anyway. What? They're so dumb. They just get in their own way. Both teams were exhausted. Now I know Florida obviously dominated and crushed them, but they didn't even look great either. I mean, they played great defensively, but both teams were exhausted. I mean, the shots were in the teens for both teams, so that was frustrating. Then you had the over hit again, which was crazy. It was 2-0 going in the third period, and 5 goals. That was kind of a bad beat. Not as much as a bad beat as Pacers plus 6.5, but still a bad beat. So the game, the crowd was going nuts. Then it was dead. Then there was that Oiler fan who took off his Oiler jersey and had a Panther jersey on underneath. I didn't trust that guy. They keep showing like, who's this guy? That seemed like a plant, right? That has to be a plant. Not even a Panther plant, like a corporate, like marketing. That has to be like DraftKings or some bullshit, whatever, about in-game betting. I bet it's a meme for in-game betting. That's what they wanted to do. That's why they're not even coming forward with it. Because they want us to make the memes. Well, I'm not falling for it, DraftKings. I'm not your meme. Anyway, so now to go tomorrow night will be game 6, Tuesday night in Florida. At least they have 2 proper days of travel this time, Sunday and Monday. And it doesn't look good. Florida's minus 156 to win the game. Edmonton's plus 122, 6.5 is the total again. They got to do it. They got to rally. They don't know what goalie to play. Oilers are just a mess. Both goalies are not great. They kind of guaranteed a victory, which, I mean, you can't count Edmonton out. I'll say that. And when I made a $20 mention, I'm like, oh, this is it. It's going to be the narrative. They have to win game 7 at home to flip the script from last year to game 7 on Florida. So maybe it happens. Maybe they actually do pull it out and do a little comeback, win game 6 down in Florida. Because this series needs to go 7. Everyone wants it. And then Edmonton would shit the bed again. I would not have confidence in Edmonton in game 7 at home because they put too much into it. But I'm not stopping now. Connor McDavid, you have to sniff it. Does help me with props. I want to go with the Oilers plus 122. I'm going to support. I'm not wavering. I'm not moving out. We're still there. The $20 to $20 million is still alive, although it might take a step back. It's fine. The road gets a little weary. A loss wouldn't be devastating, but it would definitely be disappointing. I'll say that. But we're going to take these Oilers plus 125, whatever it is. They do play well after loss. They do bounce back. And that game 4 comeback was amazing. The cup will be in the building. I like when they say the cup. The cup will be in the building. There will be white gloves. There will be the treatment. Connor McDavid, he did score a goal. Granted, when the game was just basically over. He has to lay it out on the line. His shot prop is 3.5 shots on goal plus money. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take him to score a goal at plus 140. He's got to. He's got to fire. He's got to fire away. Hell, I'll sprinkle a little bit of hat trick. Connor McDavid hat trick 34-1. Why not? I'll tell you why. Because if I don't support him, who will? I'm not going to be taking my jersey off and switching jerseys. Tell you who else I like is Corey Perry. His shot prop is 1.5. He's getting at least 2 shots on goal, I think, every game. I don't know why it's still at 1.5, and because no one's just paying attention to it. Because everyone's like, Corey Perry, old guy. What's his number? I don't know. We're not tracking it. Just throw a 1.5 up there. So Corey Perry over 1.5 shots, I like. Connor McDavid over 3.5 shots on goal, I like. Corey Perry hat trick is 79-1. What are we doing? Let's do it. But the show seems a lot faster without my soundboard. I can't do the bam, 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 bam. When I did the VSiN show on Friday night, when I co-hosted with Sean, that was incredible. I mean, not just the product. I mean, of course, we made an amazing show because that's what we do. But I mean, like the ease of it. It's a 3-hour show, but to me, it was like 15 minutes because we had guests on. They do the talking. We had commercial breaks, you know? I mean, it's easy peasy. I'm like, well, 3 hours is nothing. What are these people complaining about? My show is just me in a box. Talking for an hour right at you guys, right at you, C-Generates. Just me in a box and a microphone explaining my nonsense, explaining how I'm going to turn $20 into $20 million, giving out picks, talking about baseball, talking about basketball, talking about hockey, whatever it is, or nothing, or traffic, or people in the elevator. Me just losing my mind. I guess that's why they don't use this format on big television shows or any shows, really. No one really has this format. I like it. Anyway, I don't like when people get in my head. So those are my hockey plays. Edmonton, you got to do it. I don't know what else to say. It doesn't look good. They certainly don't look like the better team. But you'd think they'd have a little more hunger, a little more spunk. They'll show it. They won't get blown out. Well, or they will. Who knows? Florida's blown them out twice now. And they almost blew them out that third time if Oilers didn't have that incredible comeback. But that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about boxing. We're in a box. How about the Devers trade? Baseball, too. Baseball's another one. Another one. I'm just getting annoyed. Baseball, you're another one. I don't know what to do with you. Baseball. That Red Sox trade, the Red Sox just swept the Yankees. Red Sox fans feeling great. They love nothing more than rubbing in the Yankee fans' face and vice versa. And then that day, they trade away their best player because they didn't like him. And he didn't like them. Devers, who's a top 10 hitter in baseball. They ship him out to San Francisco because he wouldn't switch positions. He wouldn't do what's right for the team. Shut up. You just gave him like $300 billion. What are you doing? Let him play where he wants to play. He's your best player. You pay him the most money. Why should he listen to you? Confirmed Yankee killer. That's all you need to know. He can pitch if he wants to fucking do that.
And once again, we apologize for CJ's language.
But that's the Red Sox lately. Mookie Betts, Xavier Brigatti is now Devers. 3 of their best players they've traded away because they didn't want to pay him or for whatever reasons. I love when they say they gave up on like they just don't care about that team anymore. The owners, the fans do. So it is fun watching Red Sox fans crash out because they're always whining and it worked when they were losing, but now that they've won, we don't want to hear it. So we want you to suffer. Now we really enjoy you suffering. So that was good about it. Good. And then they play each other this weekend, San Francisco and Red Sox. He got taken off the airplane. That's a bit rude. The team plane was about to fly to Seattle for their road trip, and then someone had to go on and deboard them, deboard a flight. You got removed from a flight. They went out there and said, hey, get out of here. They were flying to Seattle. Couldn't they have just dropped them off in San Francisco, or at least give them a parachute? Here's your things. Let's go, buddy. That's pretty rude. No, he had to go to the stadium, get his car, clean out the locker, the whole thing. Getting removed from a flight, that was a huge trend. That still is. Anytime if things go viral on an airplane, it's either a fight on Spirit Airlines, a drunk being removed. They remove you pretty quick. Not that Devers was removed this way. He was removed by team officials. The cops weren't called, but I was removed from a flight once. Sullivans are known for being removed from flights. No, we're not, but we used to ruin flights. Back in the day, you could just ruin the flight. Now they have a little much of a power hungry trip. They remove you. Oh, they call the FEA because they're responsible for 100 souls. A fucking flight attendant told me that. I'm responsible for 100 souls. What? Are you a priest? What are you talking about? That's why I didn't like that movie, Sully. I didn't, well, Tom Hanks, the pilot, Sully Sullenberger, who rescued those people in that flight. Because he actually sullied up the Sully name, if you will. I come from a long line of Sullys. We don't rescue flights. We ruin flights, all right? So don't give me these hero Sullys. I don't like that. Anyway, one time I was coming back, flying from Chicago to Los Angeles. It was a long weekend in Chicago. Chicago will get you. You know, I talk about Vegas. Chicago, woo, boy. Hard drinking in Chicago. So I wasn't drunk at all, but I was hungover. I'll admit that. It was a long weekend. All right, you know. So I didn't look my best coming in, you know. I was a little rough, but I got to the plane. That's all that matters. When you're flying home, and my buddy Sean Flannery says this, who I do the Blackout Diaries podcast with. It's his drinking storytelling show. If you don't subscribe to that, you should. It's a very funny show. Me and Sean Flannery, great Chicago comic and friend. He always says, and we've been in airport trouble together sometimes. Flying home, your body is just a piece of luggage. You just got to get in that plane and get flown to where you're going, you know? Whatever. Put me in the overhead, whatever. It doesn't matter. Store me up, who cares? Put me in the, an undercarriage, who cares? Whatever. Let my luggage sit in the seat. That doesn't matter. Just get me out of this city. So I was flying back. It's back in my drinking days, obviously. And not looking great, not seeing this fucking flight attendant. He eyed me already. Gave me didn't even offer me water. I go to the back. I'm in the way back. And I start, I'm in the corner. Take a little nap or so, trying here I am in a chair, got a corner. Might even have the shoes off. I'm like, I'm good. Now let's just fly back to California. Next thing I'm waking up. I'm not doing anything. And I'm not doing anything. I just don't look good. And that this fucking, we'll just say Pride Month enthusiast flight attendant who said he's responsible for 100 souls, said he wouldn't feel right. And he calls the fucking cops to remove me. Chicago cops too. And they were like, what's the problem? Is he acting unruly? No, he just doesn't look good. Who gives a shit if he looks good? And he's like, do you want medical treatment? Like, treatment for what? And anyway, next thing you know, he's like, where's your shoes? Why are your shoes? I'm like, I took them off. Go take a nap. He goes, you think you're in good, you think you're in condition to fly? That's what he says. Condition to fly? I can't fly the plane. No, I'm not in that condition, but I can sleep in this fucking chair.
And once again, we apologize for CJ's language.
Yeah, I'm not tip top here, but a paper towel, some water, and leave me be, get my headphones in and a Gatorade, and we'll get through this. Anyway, I got removed. Everyone's filming, and that's what happens then everyone just goes to start filming. Oh, this is happening right now. I'm getting taken off a plane, and people are filming. I might as well make a moment out of this. Don't be hungover in Chicago. You know what it was? They just didn't want to drop me off in LA. Like, that's too sober of a town for a man like you. You can't just fly. You can't just dump Chicago off in San Diego somewhere. But when this motherfucker's at 100 souls, oh my God. What do you give? No, we don't look our best. This is life. This is what Chicago looks like. This is what I look like. All right? Cupcake, toots, and other derogatory names for your... They really think they're saving lives. You're saving lives. Listen. This thing crashes. What are you going to do? Going to point at an exit row? We're all dead. No one's surviving it. Let me be hungover. Anyway. So I'm sure that didn't happen to Devers, but he got removed from his flight for the Red Sox. Oh, good God. I wanted to do a Reeler's Choice. I don't have my soundboard. Let me see what it said. They have anything for, probably not. They just have this. Put a movie on the flight. Let me, wake up in LA. I watched a gambling movie last night for Reeler's Choice segment. I wanted to play the Siskel and Ebert, but I on the soundboard. I'll talk about it anyway. Let me load it up here on the IMDb so I know what I'm talking about. See, generates. I watched The Killing of a Chinese Bookie last night. Great movie. If you've never seen it, it's 1976. John Cassavetes wrote and directed it. It's a grimy LA movie, LA gambling movie, I guess. It's not really a gambling movie, but people like suggesting gambling movies to me, which is always hilarious. Starring Ben Gazzara. We all know Ben Gazzara from Roadhouse, the man who brought Kmart into this town. The villain from Roadhouse, the greatest villain. Killing a Chinese Bookie. He owns a strip club kind of thing, and he gets in debt playing in a poker game, and he winds up killing a bookie, a Chinese bookie. I'm not spoiling that. It's in the damn title. It's just it's just a grimy gangster movie more than anything. It's good. But I did notice one thing about movies in the 70s. I don't think they had a permit anywhere. I don't know if permits even existed in the 70s. It never looks like they're allowed to be on the location that they're shooting. The opening scene's like an outdoor cafe, at a bar, the Melting Pot, and like the camera's like across the street. You hear every street sound. Like the mics are in a cab somewhere. Like, did anyone get permission to shoot this? Why is the camera across the street? Why am I looking at a post office along with what's supposed to be happening in the scene? 70s. What else did they do? Oops. Can't say that anymore. Can't say Chinese Bookie. I love when people say that. Can't do that anymore. Why? Because it's already been done, you mean? I mean, you could do it. You get sued for the rights. Can't make that anymore. They'd cancel you. We're talking about something like 3 years ago. Not to get political, but that's always a good time to run away from a story when someone says that. Not to get political on you. I usually don't get political, but I had to say something. There was a lot of parades and riots and whatever the hell it was this weekend. The No Kings and whatnot. It's just summer plans. It's what they want to do. Trump had his military parade thing. I guess that was disappointing. They said no one showed up or disappointing. I tell you what, though, in Trump's defense, no parades are good. What did you expect? Parades suck. So it doesn't matter what you set up. But then there was that maniac who killed the 2 lawmakers in Minnesota, him and his wife, and had a whole hit list of fucking all these Dems he wanted to kill in abortion clinics. And he dressed up as a cop in latex. And they just caught him last night. A little manhunt. Love a good old-fashioned manhunt. But Twitter's so crazy and divisive. They're both trying to say whose side he was on. He's one of yours, libs. He's one of theirs, conservative MAGA. Like that matters. But obviously, I mean, because here's a picture of him saying a photo of him being a Democrat. All right, good photo. This is what I say to that. I'm going to go with the fact that he killed 2 Democrats and his wife, and has a list of other ones as he might be on the right side politically. But he's also crazy. So why are you splitting hairs over this? Chase Bentley says the slaughtered Parsons famous songs they played during parade were hilarious. Bootleg Zeppelin. Oh, the Parsons famous song. I love they slaughtered. Bootleg Zeppelin's great. Why does he love that corny ass fucking America song, whatever that song is? Proud to be an American. I know why. I mean, he likes it because he thinks everyone else likes it. He's such a weirdo. They're all weirdos. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know which side who was on who, but I think the side that he murdered, he was probably on the other side. That's it. I mean, if we're keeping score, which, like, again, I don't think it's important to keep score what political affiliation that crazy maniac murderer had, but I'd say he liked the side of the people he didn't have a hit list for and assassinated at their houses. I'd go with that. Like I said, no, I'm not making choice, and I'm making decisions here. Anyway. So, yeah, the parades were the rallies. In L.A., oh, my God, the No Kings parade. After golf on Saturday, I couldn't even go to my car wash because Vermont and Sunset or Los Feliz was packed with people really, really speaking truth to power out there. And listen, I know it's important to show the numbers, but when talk about if they might as well have been protesting on the corner of Preach and Choir. Okay, you weren't flipping anyone's opinion on the corner of Los Feliz in Vermont here in Los Angeles. If you're familiar with the territory, it's exactly what you think it is. They're preaching to the choir. No one there like Trump. We get it. Why don't you move this down the road? Why don't you move this to Bakersfield? Tell them. They're the ones fucking voting for him. Go to Sacramento with this shit. Although Sacramento had their own. They're the only kings. That was, you know what I'm kind of over too is funny protest signs. I don't like them either. Yo, these signs are hilarious. They fucking anger me more than anything because, like, one, I don't like how smarmy they are and your stupid jokes. We'd be at brunch right now if Kamala won. Yeah, that's the problem, probably. All their fucking hilarious signs. It's almost like when a homeless person has a funny sign. At least those homeless person, okay, you're trying to stand out, but I also don't like it either because I'm like, not enough suffering for me. But the protest ones, like, okay, well, all your funny puns and fucking you're just trying to get viral. You don't care about a cause. You care about getting into what? Parade magazine? I don't even know what online things are. So anyway, that was my realer's choice. It ruined everything. Not having my soundboard today, but all right. Let me get out of the box. This is getting crazy. Thank you, everyone, for watching and listening. Like I said, we're taking the Pacers tonight, plus 9.5 and all those props. We've got Oilers. We need you to keep this dream alive. $20 to $20 million. I mean, we'll do adjusting if they lose. I'm not saying that, but I think they're going to do it. We're going Game 7 in hockey. We're doing that. And I am off to Dodger Stadium in a little bit to watch Shohei Ohtani pitch for about 2 batters maybe. But more importantly, like I said at the top of the show, I will have Lot H parking. I will be in and out of there. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this parking experience. Oh, I can only but disappoint. I'll report on Wednesday when I do come back for the second Bottom Line Bomb show. Don't forget, we're Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL odds. I'm breaking down with Sean and Ryan in just a little bit. We will be doing that. Oh, an hour from now, actually. So if you want more of me, I have a couple juicy ones in that one. So anyway, all right, that's going to do it for today's show. Get in your car and get the hell out of here. Let's stop talking.